is doing in the future. We can talk a little bit, I suppose, about the Capcom Cup draw. The group stages for Capcom Cup 11 have been released, and definitely an interesting breakdown. All 8 groups have killers in them for sure, but I mean, I'm just kind of wondering, like, has that draw, have the bracket pads, been looking intriguing for you guys? Because I'm looking at some of these matchups in specific groups. There's one that comes to mind for me specifically. What might be the group of death? I was wondering if any of y'all had an opinion on it, though.
Yeah, I definitely do. On the group of death, I really do think it's got to be looking right now. It's got to be Group F probably. Jack, Lashar, Big Bird, and Oil King, and Sheehan.
Yeah.
That group right there it's a lot of heavy hitters. It could be any of those guys, but right now I'm thinking Big Bird and Lashar take it out of that group. But like you said, it's all about how you're feeling that day. If you're on the roll, all of those things. Did you get enough sleep? Where you are mentally? But I thought a lot of these groups look really good as far as that. But that to me is what I would think is the group of death.
I can't bet against Big Bird. He shows up on the big stage. 2-time Evo second place. He shows up on the big stage.
Well, the problem is that on, I don't know, the last 2 Capcom Cups, he has been kind of snake bitten by being in groups where he just lost the game or two. Because, in group rounds and in the round robin, it's a little different.
Yeah.
And you losing one game could be crucial.
Very crucial.
Yeah.
Before the groups came out, I said Punk's going to win. I didn't care what group they put him in. I just feel like this probably is his year. He's typically always there. You could always say he can win, and you know that's be a safe guess. But I really feel like this year is his year, and even in his group, I love Phenom. I thought Phenom was probably the 3rd best player in 3-5. So I think him and Phenom are going to get out that group, and then I don't really see anyone else really that I think could beat Punk based off the groups. I think my other sleeper is Dual Kevin. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Dual Kevin. That group's really hard, but right now I feel like Dual Kevin could probably win that group. I know Taquito's in there. I know Kakaru is one of my favorite players in there, but I think Dual Kevin is amazing, and he plays Rashid too also. So I just think he is my sleeper to go far. And my other sleeper, and we're gonna get to this, is Item. Item's playing amazing right now.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He finally figured it out.
Yeah, and that's scary. That's scary because we know when he figures it out, he can do. I hate to call him a sleeper because
But he's not done great. He's not done great in 6 yet.
Yeah. So Group F, that you guys are right. That is the group of death when you really look at it.
Yeah, I do kind of want, and you brought up Idom, who actually just qualified for Kumite via the tournament at Genesis X2, the only USA qualifier. And yeah, I do happen to agree. Like, yeah, no, he definitely could make a deep run. You brought up Group F, which is an interesting point. The one that I was looking at, honestly, Group G might be tough because like Nephew, Knuckle Dew, and I mean Kaba. I don't know about people sleeping on Kaba. Real talk. Yeah. And not to mention you cannot discount, even though like this is even though it's a different game where he won Evo, Xiaohai. Like you're talking about someone who can take advantage of a King of Fighters character and that being added into this game. It may very well be Xiaohai. Not to discount the contributions of the European combatants in there. Killju and Juicy Joe. I mean, that seems like one of those groups. There is a very real chance we see one of those 4, Xiaohai, Kaba, Knuckle Dew, and Nephew, just straight up get knocked out.
Yes. Yeah. Xiaohai won the World Cup too. So
very true.
He could easily win that group, but like you just said, some of them guys are going maybe not win the game. It'd be crazy to see, but that's how deep that group is. There is a chance that one of them, like you said, I don't want to discredit. Killju is great, Juicy Joe is great, and I don't want to discredit them. They could pull an upset, and it could really hurt. You can't lose a match in that group. You really can't.
Yeah, no, like there is plenty of opportunity for Killzone and Juicy Joe to play spoiler in that.
Yes.
Like the thing is, you look at all these groups, like, and obviously there are names that jump out in Group H, Angry Bird. You have Mena RD in Group E, but I don't really see anything being like a true walk for
Right.
anyone. I mean, like Punk, you have to think, okay, like the kid's got it, but I don't necessarily think that these groups, especially in the group format, it grinds on you just a little bit more. Like, you can say that, like, okay, you definitely find out who the best of the best are in that setting, but also, like, there's a chance to just blow it if you have an off day. Like, you can't afford to have an off day.
No, you can't.
You really
No,
can't.
this is just like the NFL playoffs. Have to bring it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I texted to BG earlier. I didn't notice this until today, but there's no offline qualifier, last chance qualifier.
Yeah.
It's normally the last chance qualified person. Well, I think in the last year they went to Group H automatically, and this year there isn't, and I didn't know that until today. And so, I believe it makes it a little easier. You don't have to worry about a person who played the whole week already being ready to play in the group, and right now they all can study everybody in their group.
Yeah,
that's a really good point about that. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't notice. That was a great point, Smitty, that they don't have a last chance qualifier. And another person that nobody is really talking about is Noah the Prodigy.
Yeah.
This guy really under pressure is a player, and I'm looking at his group. If he makes it out of his group, watch out. Because that guy right there, under pressure for his age, is incredible.
Yes.
If you saw him at Frosty Faustings and also some of the Capcom tournaments offline, his mind games and the way he can his composure under pressure is really good. And I really want to see how he does. Because I think he's on the edge. I think he's on the verge.
You can't practice for what he does. He'll burn himself out in the first 10 seconds, but you don't know he's burnt out the way he's playing. He plays and burnt out sometimes better than he plays when he's got meter. He takes chances. He's dangerous. It gets him in trouble sometimes, but most of the times it works out. That's why he's in Capcom Cup.
Yes. And he takes it serious.
Yeah.
Like his age, I'm very impressed how serious he takes this. And his training regimens, I don't know if you guys see, insane for his age. For being only 18 years old, if he really gets on a roll, he's my dark horse to win this. As far as my favorite to win is Kakaroo. His JP is he's figured out JP. I think that he is really, really close right now. And I think that he's my favorite. Even though he's in a tough group, I think he's got a chance to win it.
No, I happen to agree with you there, and that's I do kind of wonder what the general vibe is going to be like around someone like Noah the Prodigy. Just kind of, I don't know, like this group is not free, and when you're talking about unknown quantities, like individuals from Panama or Bangladesh, qualifying for this thing.
And then another thing that nobody's talking about, I just want to bring up. Remember, the Japanese players are not traveling for the first time. Right. That's something that nobody is talking about. They are having home turf for the first time. They're used to having to adjust a whole day and a half ahead when they are going to tournaments. So for Kakaroo to be at home, and Fudo and those guys,
and Taquito in Kakaroo's group,
right? Yeah. That's going to be something to see and how they do that. And again, got to say about Mena RD. We've not said nothing about Mena RD. Yeah. Capcom Cup is his.
Yes.
If it's one tournament where you got to watch out for him, is Capcom Cup.
And no one's talking about him for real. He's 2-time champ, and no one's talking about you. He's still good. He's still one of the best. Yeah.
He's still one of the best. Because I don't know if you guys saw. He put out a tweet last night that said, "I wish I could dream about Street Fighter 6. 24 hours is not enough." That was ready. He put that out last night. Oh, he's training.
Damn.
Yeah, he's on that word Jones. Y'all must have forgot.
So